New tonight, an Oakland County deputy now under review in the case of a mother and her two young sons found dead in a field. Sheriff's Office releasing a new timeline of the events that outline the contact between Monica Cannady and deputies days before the family's death. Pamela Osborne live tonight in Pontiac with more on that. Pam.
Well, we are live at the Oakland County Sheriff's substation here in Pontiac. I mentioned that because there is a full-time mental health worker that is here at this location all times. Now, here's what else we learned. On Friday, a relative of Monica Cannady actually came here to the substation to figure out how to go about getting her the help that she needed. As she was doing that, another deputy was out looking for a woman and children that were not dressed for the cold, not realizing she was the one experiencing a mental health emergency.
In a tragedy, everybody questions, what else could I have done?
That question prompting Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard to take a closer look after the bodies of 35-year-old Monica Cannady and her two young sons were discovered by her 10-year-old daughter Sunday. All four went to sleep in a field Saturday night. The little girl was the only one who woke up.
When we did, in fact, encounter her on Friday, early Friday, she was not exhibiting any signs of physical or mental impairment.
Deputies made contact with the family twice on Friday. The first call came in around 1 p.m. Deputies were notified there was a woman and children on Mill Street seeking help. Cannady appeared to be fine and insisted she didn't need help. Minutes later, another deputy saw the family inside McLaren Oakland Hospital. They left after an appointment. That deputy followed behind them, the children wearing only sweaters and bed sheets. He offered to take them to the substation, suggested they get into his patrol car and out of the elements. She refused. Sheriff Bouchard says Cannady was lucid, communicating with deputies and asking to be left alone.
Had we known she was in a mental health moment, that may have triggered other things that we wouldn't have done, where she was very articulate and very insistent. She didn't want our help, even when offered coats for the kids.
At that time, there wasn't much else they could do.
Had the children looked like they were in physical distress, had they said, help me, had any of that occurred, then it flips a different switch. But none of that occurred. They were huddled next to Mom. Mom was going, stick with me.
2 hours later, Cannady went to her mom's apartment. They argued about her mental health. She left with the kids. By 4:30 that Friday, Cannady's aunt met with deputies to get advice on getting her into a treatment facility. Deputies conducted a welfare check. There was no answer at their home. They tried 2 more times Friday night to find the family with no luck. And no calls came in on Saturday, but what we learned is that after they went back and canvassed that nearby neighborhood, Cannady actually knocked on a door around 4 p.m. on Saturday. When that person answered, she said she had the wrong address and she walked away. We also know that one deputy, as you mentioned, under review tonight because of his actions on that Friday. So he was the third person to go out and attempt to find that family, but he did not conduct a thorough enough search. So that is why he is under investigation tonight. Either way, just a tragedy, no matter which way you look at the situation. Reporting live in Pontiac, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
That is so very right. All right, Pam.